Today we're talking about the top 5 lead magnets that are perfect for your niche. If you don't have a lead magnet in your business, then you are hugely risking failure. There is no point producing social media content, trying to raise awareness, trying to build a brand, if you're not looking to convert that awareness and that audience into leads and data that you own. You could have a humongous social media channel, a massive Facebook group, thousands of followers. But with the world that we live in that's woke and sensitive, your channel could be shut down in an instant, not even by something that you do. So you need to convert that audience, that social media following, into data that you own. As a bare minimum, that is first name, last name, phone number, email address, just 4 fields. Because no matter what happens, irrespective of the audience or the awareness, you always have your email database. On last week's episode, I spoke to you all about creating content. You must go back and listen to that to make sure that you fully understand what we're talking about today. And before we can go into the next phase of DMing that audience and engaging that audience and turning them into booked calls and conversations, you must implement today's strategy. So content was last week, lead magnets is this week, DM is coming next week. You want to make sure you follow this series and engage and comment on all 3. Now, very quickly, if you are enjoying these series, these episodes, please make sure you engage. Make sure you hit that bell icon so that you get notified every time we release an episode. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, then what the hell are you doing? Please go and hit that subscribe button right now. So really importantly, for those that don't know, what is a lead magnet? A lead magnet is something that is highly valuable, low cost to create, and takes your audience into your email database. I'm going to give you the top 5 that you need to go away and produce for your business. Lead magnet is solution focused. If you listen to last week, we talk about top of funnel content, solution based content, and bottom of funnel content. This is about providing a solution to your audience's problem that makes them want to get that next step. Now, this will make more sense when I give you the 5. Number 1 is some kind of checklist. If you're a mortgage advisor or in financial services or just a general business owner, there are key things that your audience need to know. For example, in mortgages, there's a load of information that we need to gather. Accounts, proof of deposit, ID, address, all of that could be created into a checklist. If you're a financial planner and you've got somebody who has got hundreds of thousands, they perhaps want to invest into a pension, you could create a checklist for things that they need to know before considering putting their money into that pension or that investment strategy. No matter what business you are in, there is no doubt things that people need to do to prepare for whatever the solution is or the service that you're going to provide. Just turn that into some kind of checklist that people can tick off that gets them ready to work with you. Highly valuable, not difficult to create. People want to download it because we love ticking a box. Number 2 is some kind of ebook. This has been a strategy that I have used time and time again since 2018. It has generated me thousands of leads. An ebook is where you take a small chunk of information. It could be 1 page, it could be 100 pages. It could even be like the 2 books that you see behind. I give a digital copy of that book in an ebook format, PDF format, that people can download. There's so many different ways in which you can take information, put it into something of high value that solves the problems, takes people on a journey like a book and educates them so that they become ready to become a client. Ebooks are fantastic for people who are in that very early phase of research looking for solutions. Number 3 is a scorecard. You've heard me promote it. It's called the Next Level Business Scorecard. It talks about the principles that are in my book: gaining clarity, creating content, social media, marketing techniques, and sales. There's 30 questions. You fill it out. It tells you where you're strong, where you're weak, where you can improve. Think about that as a diagnostic tool so that people can do the scorecard and understand what area they need to focus on most. By identifying where their problems and challenges are, not only does it capture information, but it also gives you data on the people that have filled it out. As you've heard me reference in previous episodes and shows, we know that X percentage of people don't have a CRM system. We know that X percentage of people don't have a funnel, don't have email marketing, that only a small percentage of people are consistent with their content marketing. This data has come from our scorecard. not only do we know more about our audience, but we can also market much better based on that information as well. So Scorecard is also a great follow-up to the ebook, where people now have information from an ebook, but now they can diagnose that information that's in there and know what they need to take action on next. Again, helping them to prepare, should they want to become a client in the future. Number 4 is about being more personal. It's a live webinar. I like to run these at least once a month. You know, if someone has got your ebook, found value in the information, they've done your scorecard, maybe they just want to come and be further educated. Think about watch, read, listen, do. 4 ways in which people like to absorb content. The live webinar is that opportunity to connect with you on a deeper level. It's a chance to get to know you. If you're watching this video or listening to the podcast, that is a form of live webinar. However, we're going to use slides, we're going to show examples, we can include some case studies and stories and testimonials, we can put more visuals on there, we can take people on a journey. Now, if you want to come to any of my live webinars, then just keep your eyes out. We pretty much promote them on all social media channels whenever we're doing them, and we also email our database to invite people to them. Typically, you're looking at about 60% of people registering showing up, and of the people that show up, you normally get around about 10% of people, maybe 15% of people booking a call with you as well, providing it's structured in a really good way and equally takes people on that journey to becoming a client. Last but by no means least is number 5, which is either a webinar replay, perhaps the replay of the version that you've already done, or it could be what we call a video sales letter, which is an automated kind of webinar, something that can be up to 10 minutes, maybe 30 minutes as a push. What you do is you take your live version, you edit it without all the waffle, you cut it all down, get all the interaction gone, so it makes it more succinct for people to watch back. Or alternatively, you take your slide deck, you record it on Loom, which is a real easy tool to use, which screen records and records your voice. You can then take that automated webinar or that video sales letter and put it behind a landing page where you capture those people's details. That then becomes a lead magnet because people want to watch it and engage with it. You could run ads to it. You could serve it as part of your DM strategy that we'll talk about next week. And that's just another way in which you can provide value to your audience that will hopefully help them to book a call, become a client, whatever it is you're offering or selling. So which one of these 5 do you have already? In an ideal world, you would have all 5, but equally, you've got to find out which one is relevant to your audience the most. There's no point in creating something that your audience don't want. So I would always urge you to go to your social media channel, to email your list and say, hey, I'm thinking about creating this. I'm thinking about creating a checklist. I'm thinking about creating an ebook. I'm thinking about doing a video sales letter. You know, whatever it is. I've got a scorecard. Do you want to take it? You could even run a poll with all 4 of those options on there. That then gives you the opportunity to create something that your audience is actually going to want. They're more likely to give you their information, and it's also going to help you to then build your list and get those booked calls in. If you want to know which one would be beneficial to you, then send me a DM on Instagram. I'm more than happily have a conversation with you. I can even send you some examples of mine if you want to understand how to generate more leads or increase your sales or systemize your business or take your business to the next level. Just send me a DM with the word lead magnet and we'll know exactly how to help you. Now, make sure that you tune in next week where I'm going to talk to you about the DM strategy that is going to work off of the back of the content that you're creating, but is also going to help you to understand how to get those lead magnets in front of your audience and your followers. It's going to be a fantastic episode you are not going to want to miss. Please make sure that you hit me up with a comment below and make sure you tune in next week. Peace out. See you then.